welcome. Just gotta check my audio levels. So this is my first time streaming from this new computer that I set up. I had some issues with my old PC a couple weeks ago, so I haven't been able to stream since then, but this is my first time back on the new machine. So if anything looks wrong or looks a little bit scuffed, just let me know in the chat, and I'll be sure to fix that. Hello, Concordia Willows. I've been waiting for this for a while. Glad to hear all the problems with your PC have been sorted out. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. It was kind of scary because I wasn't expecting to want to build a new PC so quickly. You know, I was kind of thinking about it, but then when my other PC went out, I had to get started getting parts really quickly. I think it's the motherboard. I tried a different power supply, that didn't help. I tested out the case, I tested out different things that it might have been. It seems like there's a short on the motherboard. I am going to go back to the old PC and try to fix it at some point, but sorry, I was looking away from the microphone. But, you know, for now, got my new PC, so we're ready to go. Hi, Lynn. So I think I'm gonna get started here today. The music seems really, really loud. Is that just me? Sorry. I put on Breadman's channel as background, but it got really, really loud. Could you guys even hear me during most of that? But yeah, so today we're going back to the workshop map that I was working on before.
Samsung S24 Ultra in a mouse.
No.
Here we go.
No ads. Bad. Uprising soundtrack. Just gonna turn that down a little bit. The Uprising soundtrack is so good. So we're working on the Scar Zero add-on, where we're gonna play as a Combine Soldier in the area from Chapter 3 of Entropy 02, the Arbite 1 basement portal chambers. Where we left off was we took this map from Entropy 02 Chapter 3, and we took this map from Entropy 02 Chapter 3, and we combined them so they're one seamless environment, and we're going to watch these events play from a different point of view. You might notice that Hammer looks a little bit different because I switched to Hammer++. I've been getting a lot of requests for it, but looking at the features, you know, there's some things that Hammer Plus does that I just think, or Hammer++ does that I think I could use in my mapping. So I made the switch finally. So today what my goal is I want to make a little puzzle in this space right here, where I want the player to lure the monster from Chapter 3 into the arena, and that's going to start the fight with Bad Cop from Entropy 02. So there's a little crossover here. So that's what I want to work on today. Why is chat blocking an extension? It deletes things. I might have URLs turned off, and that's okay. I don't really want URLs in the chat today. So don't worry about it. If you need to post like a recommendation, you could join the Discord and share it in the appropriate channel, but we don't really need to promote anything right now. So this area is all existing geometry from EZ2, and I'm basically building out through this inaccessible door. We're gonna get to our new area. I had to think about this a lot because I was worried that I'm gonna sort of inadvertently contradict EZ2. Like, this text says prototype chamber 6. What does that actually mean, you know? Like, is this prototype chamber 6? Is this prototype chamber 6? You know, like, we didn't really think about it very much while we were making it. I think maybe this is prototype chamber 6. But I don't know. I think it was just a cool looking label that Breadman put on that wall. So I don't want to contradict any existing information or make it look nonsensical. I want it to kind of have a logical flow, but it's hard because we don't necessarily know what these doors were supposed to, where they were supposed to lead. This is the maintenance access, but I'm worried that my new area is also kind of a maintenance access, so I have to make sure that it's more of an office type space. And through here, this is observation. It's not actually labeled though. It's labeled here. This is observation, and this is observation. This is also observation. If I could go back in time, I'd maybe put a little observation label right there. But, oh well. Why is maintenance access in Fruitiger? I don't actually know like what fonts that that Breadman uses, so it could be. I'm not sure what tool, like, is that Paint.net or is it Photoshop? I'm not 100% sure. I think for some reference of what I want this sort of mixed office and workshop area to look like, I'm gonna look at EZ2 chapter 4 map 1. Hello, sir. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see you too, Mozzarella. Welcome. Thanks for joining. We're working on... Oh, what is that? What's on my screen right now? Oh, that's quite strange. Sorry, this is my first time using Hammer++, so this has like particle previews or something, and it's kind of distracting. Could I turn off particles? That's no good. Maybe, is there an auto viz group for that? I can't seem to resize this bar over here. I remember being able to do that in the old Hammer, but yeah, those particles are just point entities, so there's not a viz group for it. If I just turn off, let's see. Yeah. I wonder... I think that's the particle. No, it's not the particle. This is the particle. There we go. Nope. Just gonna hide everything in there. Oh. Anyways, getting distracted here. I was going to say I want to use this room as a reference for the kinds of materials I should use, and like just the general layout of this new area that I'm going to build. I really liked how Breadman made these cutouts in the floor. Thought that was a good touch. And this is like, it's kind of an office workshop area. They're working on stuff, and there's computers, but it has the more industrial look. I think I also want to reference this room where you meet Wilson. It's kind of the same thing. I think it's going to be this sort of vibe in there. Never really looked very closely at this detailing over here while I was working on it. Neat. What are these fences even for? I mean, I guess for safety, but it's funny because they just make so much sense in the logic of the map. It's like it makes a wall that has detailing behind it, but it's kind of funny to actually look like, would someone actually put a fence there? Probably not. They'd probably just put a little railing. Always thought that room looked awesome. You mean the Wilson room or the room with the rebels in Chapter 4? Because I think they both look awesome. And while we're here, why don't I just do lighting preview? Because that's brand new. The lighting preview, I like it a lot. It's not... I find myself not using it as much as I thought I would. It becomes kind of hard to see what we're looking at in the lighting preview. Because it's typically very dark. In fact, I think darker than it looks in-game. It's really cool to see Hammer with lighting, but it doesn't... I don't know, it gives off a very kind of gloomy, dark look that doesn't really carry over into the game, and also it makes it really hard for me to see, like, the ceiling, for example, or this brush. But it's cool. I like how Breadman always uses these beam props, too. Didn't even really notice that before. And we have these trapezoidal stairs. I think we've got some of those in the other map, too. I'm kind of just getting my bearings here because I want to make sure that it looks like it's part of the same area, you know, because this is the same place that we saw in Entropy 02, so I want it to feel believable. Yeah, Killing without visitor pass, yeah. It's funny. Hi, Dan Skirt. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I'm working on my workshop add-on a little bit more. Today we're going to be adding a little area where the player is going to trick the Gnome into entering the Chapter 3 arena. That's the idea anyways. Before I start adding geometry, I think I've got to think about the verticality a little bit, because there's like multiple floors inside the test chamber, and I think there's going to be multiple floors in this room as well. Because down here is this hallway, so I don't want to go lower than that. This is like the floor of the test. No, that's not the floor. Oh, that's interesting. Floor is like down a little bit higher than that hallway. But the top of the hallway kind of lines up with the second story of the test chamber. And then this third story, I'm going to call it, is where we want to make the Gnome go. Hiding a lot of brushes right now. We basically want the player to use the displacer pistol to send the Gnome over to the dump zone. Yeah, this decal is in the game, but you'll never see it because it's like way up where the Gnome spawns. I wonder if maybe this should be like a staircase? Maybe? Well, that... Now that's got to lead to a hallway, right? And then maybe there could be a staircase going down over here. I also think, as far as like the overall flow of the add-on goes, I know I haven't been doing a lot of mapping yet. I haven't actually changed any brushes. This is more of a yapping stream. But I think the player should actually start somewhere over here and then travel up through this room so they see what they have to do first before they even get the displacer pistol. So maybe they'll travel through here, have to solve a puzzle in this room, go over, I don't know, go through here somewhere, and then they'll get to where they need to go to get this displacer pistol. But I'm not sure, because if they go through this hallway, they'll probably have to fight this bull squid. And chronologically, Bad Cop hasn't seen this bull squid yet. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit lost in the weeds. This is the problem with doing it as a crossover. I have to think about like what's already there. Send Gnome in Bone Zone. Yes. So I'm going to start by extending this brush just to see, is this flush with the floor of the hallway? I probably should have made these into instances. Oh, that's the wrong direction. I probably should have made these into instances because Hammer++ has this feature where you can change context into an instance just by middle mouse clicking on it. And I think that's really cool. Like, this is an instance here. And if I middle mouse, I can actually enter the... Wait, why? Table? It should let me... Yeah, okay. So now I'm in the instance. And I can change stuff about the instance and save it, and I can go back to the map. I think that's a really cool feature. If I was to split this up into different instances in the map, that would be basically what a manifest file is normally. Just not using the manifest feature. Hi, Vizzies. Welcome. How's it going? We're doing some mapping with Hammer++. If I extend this into the room, it's just a little bit taller, actually. So maybe I can have like a step up in the room. I think that would look good. I'm gonna look at this material here. I think I should have some kind of an elevation change in that room, just like over here. I'm gonna start by taking this material, just kind of sliding it over. Yeah, so we've got... Just in case I... Ooh, yeah, that. Yep, there. Okay. Are you planning to add any other weapons, or will it be the displacer pistol? Yeah, I absolutely want to have other weapons. I want to have some sort of survival horror type combat in this. So you're going to find other weapons. Probably mostly like the typical soldier weapons, like you'll get a shotgun, an SMG, those kinds of weapons. I'm not sure yet if you'll be able to get the radio guy's pistol, because that would require some new animations. But I think that would be cool since Scar Zero used it in EZ2. I don't know how you would get it back if you lose it at the beginning of the game. I haven't even thought of that yet. Yeah. So that lines up. Maybe I should cut this door so it's, because that's gonna bother me that I can't actually see where the door is gonna go. But for now, I'll just do that. I think there's gonna be another floor down here. So there might be a staircase just like in the Wilson room. Not sure what for yet. Minecraft? No, we will not be adding Minecraft weapons. Uh-oh. I think this overlaps a little bit. I do find the user experience in Hammer++ to be better. I haven't had as many crashes. I was really frustrated that it doesn't support manifests, since those are that's a feature that I used a lot in the old Hammer. But I do think that manifests could be automatically converted into maps with instances. That's something maybe I should do sometime, is write like a Python script to do that. And then it could be good as new. Not really sure exactly where I'm going with this yet. Yeah, I think I am gonna bring that up there. So I should probably have some kind of a raised portion of the floor where it's going to connect to this area over here. So for now, I'm going to extend this all the way over here. I'm thinking that this area where you're going to send the Gnome across is going to look something like the other map that I did. It was this map. So in this map, you have this sort of sectioned off room where there's stuff in the main area, but there's like things that are secured behind this fence, like the aperture core. So I think I want to do the same thing where there's like a fence, and then you'll send the Gnome through the fence. I also, if possible, I'd like to find a way to have the player crawl into this vent so you can see the chamber. I don't know how the player is going to get into and out of that vent and how that's going to connect, but that'd be kind of a stretch goal. That'd be cool, I think. Maybe I can cheat a little bit, because the player can't actually see this area, so maybe I could have the Gnome enter more through like this section. This is a little bit different from how the geometry looks in the original. Let me pull that up for reference. So in the original map, oh, hi Blix, welcome. You're tuning in on a laptop you use for school with one earphone? Yeah, as long as it's no trouble, you know, don't, if you need to focus on something, it's totally okay if you can't make it. But I appreciate you stopping by. I'm using Hammer++ on stream. Hi Lucia, welcome, thanks for joining. It's good to see you here. Yeah, I was very reluctant to make the switch to Hammer++. I didn't want to use it for a while, but I think it is going to be good overall. I'm already noticing a lot of quality of life improvements just as far as the no crashes. I really like the instance context switching tool. And then my actual favorite is, let me show this. It's funny that I've mapped basically nothing on this stream yet. Like, this is Entropy 02 yapping stream. But my favorite Hammer++ feature is if you get a ragdoll. If you get a ragdoll in Hammer++, let's make this, I don't know, bad cop or something. Whoa. Whoa, that's different. Okay. Let's get bad cop. And then lift him up off the ground. And then spin him around, make him dizzy. Then there's this tool. Physics simulation tool. Toggle simulation. That's my favorite feature. Best. He landed in the Family Guy death pose. Hi, Cheese Dreamer. Yeah, so I'm having fun. This is just too fun. Like that. That's just too funny. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that there. Anyways, yeah, there is canonically a wall here, so that's gonna present problems if I want to basically have the player go into the vent here, because there's supposed to be a wall right here. I wanted to get rid of that wall so that the player could see. I mean, like, the player isn't gonna see from this angle. Like, they're not gonna. Are they gonna think about that, chat? Hi, Matino's Burritos. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Your evil bad cop did not deserve that. I think he did deserve that, actually. Mods, spin him around, make him dizzy. I'm doing pretty well. I'm happy to have a new computer and a new hammer. This hammer. For reference, I mean, like, the Hammer++ switch had nothing to do with the new PC. I just thought it would be a good time. Yeah, chat, so this is a serious question. Do you think that players will care if I cut out this wall, right? And in EZ2, if you're standing here and you look there, there's a wall there. In this story, if there's no wall, will people notice that it's a continuity error? How much continuity error is too much continuity error? I think that's probably too much continuity error. I'm really pushing it already with what I'm doing, so maybe I should put a wall in there. Oh, does this... Okay. I hate wall, kill it. Maybe I could just do like a half wall in there. That would probably be cool. Yeah, like maybe I can just kind of extend this wall this way. Yeah. Yeah, I think if we're gonna access the vent, it's gonna have to be through here. That's how we'll get into that vent. Scar0 is starting to hallucinate after spending so much time in isolation. Yeah, it's all in the head. I want to give the player enough of a glimpse that they can actually see into the test chamber. I think that would be cool. So if that's going to bug me if it doesn't line up with the texture. Oh no, the texture doesn't line up with the grid. No, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Does it? No, it doesn't. No! Okay. Hold on, is that... Lines up? Oh, hey. Now, I mean, that's not really an error because the player cannot see this texture, so it doesn't need to be lined up. In fact, it could probably be no draw. Uh-oh. Oh, now I see the problem. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, that works. That works. There we go. Perfect. Oh, now, ooh. That's not good. Okay. Is this like a weird... Yeah. What is the scale? What the... Okay. I don't care. There we go. You enjoy using Hammer++ instead of normal Hammer. Yeah, I just started using it. I'm a complete noob to Hammer++, but so far I've really enjoyed it. I've been kind of a curmudgeon about it because I didn't like certain features that were removed or changed. Once you get into certain habits, it's hard to adapt. You know, change is hard, but that doesn't look right. What did I do? It's hard. Any change is hard, but I do think that this is a much better user experience. There we go. Now, I'm definitely going to remove the dump zone sign. Well, I think I am. Not 100% sure. Let's see, so this was originally this texture on the ceiling and that texture on the far wall. How many maps you made so far? Do you mean for this add-on or like in total? For this add-on, not enough, and in total, too many. For the add-on, yeah. So that's a really good question. So far I've made barely enough. Yeah, it's been very slow progress. I've been kind of bouncing between this and other stuff, and so I'm going really slow. But I made this starting map where you solve some puzzles with cubes. I'm not going to go through the whole map. I tend to do that every time I pull up the map. But yeah, you're going to solve some cube puzzles and learn about how you can activate buttons by removing stuff from a distance. Yeah, and then so that's the first test chamber. Then I made this map, which is where you're going to... Yeah, you're gonna want to get this aperture core, and to do that, you're gonna get the displacer pistol that was cut from EZ2. And I'm sorry, Dancecart, I haven't implemented your texture yet, but I will, I promise. I downloaded the files. And then there's this third map, which is basically existing areas from Entropy 02 that I'm like remixing. So this is all existing work by Breadman that I'm kind of like recombining into a new map for this new story. A caution scar zone. Let's see here. I think these should... Wait, is that the right size? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Okay. These should extend out to here. Yeah, so there's that gap in the floor that I'll have to add a little lip to. That extends too far. Uh-oh. Maybe, okay, let me try that again. Just gonna take this, that there. Extend that to here. And this wall will also be extended back. Okay, so now we gotta put that texture back on the wall. Don't worry, the player won't see this side. Why is there a player clip? Or that's invisible. Brush. Oh, okay. We're gonna ignore that. Yeah, that looks good. This can be no draw because the player will not see from this angle. They will see from this angle. And I want to add some cameras too for that. Okay. Cool. So now we have our space here. I had this idea. So hear me out for a second. I don't know how the player is supposed to figure out that this is what they need to do to progress, you know? Won't they think that they need to do something else to get rid of the gnome? So I thought, what if there's like a bait and switch kind of deal where maybe there's like a crusher thing that the player can use, and they will remember the crusher because it'll be really memorable. So they'll come back here and say, okay, I'm going to teleport the gnome into the crusher, activate it, but then it'll fail, and then the gnome will run in here and start the fight with Bad Cop. I think that would be kind of interesting. Just realized the gnome's route through this is physically impossible because it's supposed to run like... Yeah, uh-oh. Shh. But I don't know where that would go. I was thinking here, but these don't look like panels that could come down. Maybe the floor should rise up. That could do it. And then the dubstone thing would actually kind of make sense. Yeah, I think I might go with that. Or maybe I should make like the crusher right here. And so the player will teleport the gnome in here and then they'll run that way. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Should I try to make these into the panels that will crush the gnome? Or should I try to make like a separate crusher thing that extends over here? Separate? You know what I could even do? This might be getting too elaborate. But if the player actually goes up a floor, maybe I could have something like, uh-oh, here we go. What if I had something like... what's that? I'm looking over here. Something like this. you know, where you teleport him and he falls in, but then it'll break or something like that. That wouldn't work because there's no room for him to fit through. So shout out to these models that I think Breadman made. Pretty sure Breadman made these. Yeah, so it can't be like that. Maybe just a big crusher, or maybe, because if I did have, like, you go up a flight of stairs, then it could be like it falls down through something. I think that would make a lot of sense. Now I'm gonna keep it simple. So I'm thinking maybe a raised thing coming off of the floor to match this height. Big Minecraft piston. Yeah, exactly. Why would this be here? I'm trying to think what would, how do we explain that? Why would Arbite have just a giant crusher here? Unsolved mysteries. The giant crusher. Yeah, why would there just be a hydraulic press here? Because I was thinking this would be like a way for researchers to get into the test chamber. But you wouldn't want to do, like, that doesn't make any sense. I'll think about it. These are questions that mappers need to deal with. Why would there be a hydraulic press here? They're funny, that's why. Yeah, I mean, maybe. They are funny. I just can't think why they would have something like that connected to the test chamber. Maybe it's supposed to be like a platform? Maybe it's like, it lifts it up to the next level or something? But, like, I don't know. Maybe if it's like a piston coming this way, that like pushes stuff into the test chamber, but like, even that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm struggling with this one. I can't think of why this would be here. I try to do this kind of like design thinking before stream usually. Well, I'll start building it now, and then we'll think about how this got here. Something very similar to this. Will probably be sized differently. Fits way too well, actually. Takes around 10 seconds to receive messages for some reason. Uh-oh. I wonder if that has to do with the multi-streaming. There might be a lot of latency on the stream. Unless that's actually in the chat itself that it does that. Let's see here. Let's see. I think I need to... Okay. Take this. Oops, forgot to turn on scaling. Or texture lock. Texture lock. Flip. And I gotta merge those in a second. I think that'll look fine. And I'll have to scale this down a little bit. There we go. Looks good, except for this clipping stuff. There we go. Good as new. Okay, so this gives a pretty good idea, I think. That's too tall, obviously. Let's extend the height. That might not be such a bad idea. Just YouTube. It's always a thing. So when you say there's a delay, is it like when you type in your message and hit enter, or is it like delay between you sending the message and it showing up on stream? So I can understand that like the stream is going to take a while because there's some latency. The clipping tool isn't the second to last sidebar button anymore. I know. Could you tell that I keep wanting to click this one? Keep wanting to click sprinkle because it's the second to last one. Okay, so here's a thought that I have about the hydraulic press. So let's imagine that maybe this cage is for disposing of equipment. So we'll have like the hydraulic press thing. What if this is actually just a coincidence that the test chamber is here and the gonome is going to like break through a wall? Like you'll trap it in this little box and it'll be like, oh no, and then it breaks through the wall and runs in here. I don't like that because I want the player to know where, like, what's happening, you know? And the player won't know what's happening then. Concerning. I'll think about it. There would have to be, yeah, some reason for this to be connected to the test chamber. YouTube decided to put stream on recommended. Let's go. Good to see you again, Eon. Let's see. Do I make the room taller or the cage shorter? Can't decide. Let's just make it shorter. Surprised that YouTube is recommending the stream. But that's good. Oh no. The poor texture. That didn't work out so well. Looks good on this side. It's this one that got messed up. Do I even want to do that? I like change the alignment of the texture, like, no, that's worse. No, that's worse. What if I just kind of cheat and do like oops. Oh, that's okay. It just keeps getting worse. Yeah, I don't. This is a losing battle. Maybe I can like, okay, here's the thought. What if I just like split the texture apart? Evil texture, yeah, it's hard to line up. Hope the mapping is going well. Thanks. Yeah, I would say it's going all right. I'm definitely doing it kind of freeform today, and I think that it's been a little bit chaotic because I don't know exactly what I know what the goal is, but I don't know exactly how I'm going to get there. There we go. Perfect. Maybe, okay. I'm thinking about something. What if I use an emancipation grill? That way, if I put it right here, right? I could have a field here that would supposedly kill the gonome, but maybe something happens where it's able to, like, you know, break it or something, and then it can go through. The emancipation grill makes sense if this is like a emergency access into a test chamber, that it would be able to get in that way. I'll have to add a door. Did I just hear an ad? You better not be showing ads. Video paused. Yeah.
Sell to your
Wait,
customers.
no, you don't get to advertise. Let me just get rid of that. I should probably have a better way of playing music on stream. Yeah, I'm kind of just keeping it simple with the music. It's loud. That's still pretty loud. Is the chat to my right? Yeah, right now the chat is to my right. I should have put it over on the left, but I can't really switch it now. Yeah, I like that Emancipation Grill idea, but I don't know how the Gonum is gonna break it. Something's gonna happen where it will, like, stop working. I don't even know what the field for the Emancipation Grill looks like. I also didn't really leave room for a door. That was stupid. How do you get into this thing? What's the question? Science intensifies. Yeah. A wide grill? Like, what do you mean by that? Oh, like the Emancipation Grill? Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be... Oh, cool, I can see the particles. It's gonna be wider than normal. Is this a prefab? I didn't see that it's grouped. So, let's trigger once. What was that thing that I hid before? Let's see, there's... I think I just want to take the whole grouping. Maybe... Oh, this is the physics trap. Maybe I could make this into a puzzle element as well. That would be cool. Uh-oh. So, obviously we don't need, my guns, my eyes.
Why do I always end up in places like this?
Oh, that's weird. It previewed the wrong sound. Anyways, doesn't matter. Delete. And obviously we don't need these guns. Obviously we don't... Well, I don't think we need that. Maybe, I think this would be kind of funny. Maybe this just doesn't work. maybe the Gonum was a test subject, and it just doesn't care. That'd be kind of funny. Like maybe the Gonum runs through it and it just explodes and doesn't do anything. I don't know if that would be telegraphed to the player very well, though. Oh, I missed. There's the overlay. Portugal music. that's good. So maybe I will end up increasing the ceiling height a little bit, but probably only in here, right? So, and I can just start from here. I love the Portal soundtrack. That's not the texture I'm going to use. Uh-oh. Yeah, so this is gonna need to be, like, lined up with that, I think. Okay. I can do this, so... There we go. It's gonna... Is that... flipping? I think... It's a bit too fat. Maybe I can add a brush here that'll connect it. Yeah. Is the chat actually over your Hammer++? No, that's only in OBS that it shows like that. I don't know if it's hard to read that way. Before I had it set up, like my Hammer++ was a little bit different now. Before I had it set up where chat was kind of like over the side of the Hammer screen. I hope it's not distracting to have it just over the 2D views like that. So that field is actually a particle. So I don't know if it'll extend far enough. That could be a serious problem. Might not. We'll think of something. Oh, the particles just keep going until they hit something, don't they? That's kind of neat. Neat. That's gonna be cool. I do need to figure out if there's a way to turn off the particle preview, because it's kind of driving me insane. Like, the particle preview for the field is okay, but the particle preview for that explosion is just like driving my eyes buggy. Maybe, I need like a good like metal texture. I'll go over here, grab this one. Why Arbite Core don't talk? Because it doesn't have voice acting yet. But like, you know, we'll add it, I'm sure.
So it will? Oh yeah, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, if I get that far, like it definitely will have to talk. It'll be like a whole voice character, right? They're just a little bit too tall. I hope nobody notices. Maybe I can just pull them down just a little bit. Just kind of... There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Except I didn't add a door. Maybe I can make one of these shorter and add a door on the side with like a keypad.
Maybe, okay. A little hot take. Let's put some cubes in there. Cubes, could they be abused to solve puzzles? Probably. We'll find out. What if the way that this works is always the intended route? Like, what if there were, like, stasis crates in there? I'm not gonna do that for a reason I'll mention in a second, but, like, wouldn't that be kind of wild if, like, this was always set up to send, like, Zen creatures into the chamber? Like, whoa. That would be a bad idea, because then you could, like, break the crates and then, like, change the timeline. So, no, don't do that. But, interesting thought. What do I want to do next? Probably these walls. What texture should I put on those walls? Probably, we probably want to match this room. I am kind of feeling this texture, though. Like, let me try that. It's a very portal-looking kind of... Even though it's not the same as the portal panels. Would that work? I think it's a little bit too short. Wait a minute. Is the seam lined up? I think it is. Maybe I can have another texture starting here. Or a repetition. Now I'm gonna have the ceiling... Acceptable. Why does this have to end here? Okay. There's this little gap that I don't like. Maybe I can pull this wall in just a little bit. No way, 1UpD is streaming again. Hi Gildan, thanks for joining. Glad to see you here. I'm working on a workshop map. Oh, Witzbold, sorry, I've been missing the chat because I'm focusing on Hammer. Hi Witzbold, thanks for joining. Decided to install Windows 11. Yeah, I built a new computer. Before, I tried to install Windows 11 to upgrade on my old system, but there was a setting on the motherboard that wasn't compatible with Windows 11, believe it or not, and I was having trouble switching it over, so I just decided, oh, I'm going to stay on Windows 10, but now that I have a new system, I'm on Windows 11. Gotta mind that gap there. That should be okay. Wait a minute. I think this should be deleted, right? Yeah. We don't want that. My texture alignment is all over the place. I think I'm off grid. What a mess. Is that... No, that doesn't quite line up. Maybe I could, wait. Oh, maybe it does line up, because it kind of is hidden by that thing. Yeah, acceptable.
I don't know if this is acceptable, though. I'm gonna leave that for now, I think. Congratulations, you received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Thanks, Restream. Is there a faster way to switch between Hammer++ and chat? No. That's something you'll notice with all streamers. You know, they have to balance looking at the chat with looking at the subject of the stream. It's kind of difficult, actually. It's like, it's a lot to juggle. Some of my friends stream a lot of games, and I always kind of notice how they divide their attention between the game and chat. Because you have to make choices about, like, are you gonna focus on the content or on the audience at any given moment? This can probably... Yeah, this brush we can pull in here. This one can extend all the way down. Yeah, that's good. So I think that the player is going to, at some point, actually come from this direction, walk past this big cage thing, and then go into this area. I still haven't decided, like, the overall flow of this map. I know you're going to be coming back the other way with the displacer pistol, basically. But I'm not sure how I'm going to balance that yet. This doesn't line up right, does it? I wonder if I should extend this out to match or extend this wall. I'm not sure. People notice. That I should definitely line up. Concordia Willow says, "Oh wow, that looks amazing. Thanks. I'm glad you think so. We're still barely getting started with this room. I've been waffling too much. I'm not mapping very efficiently because I keep trying to make decisions about how it should look." Oh, forgot this brush. Okay, wait. There we go. That doesn't line up. That one lines up. Oops. going to put in the ceiling now. I think. I think this can actually, this brush can come in. I'm not good with this kind of spatial reasoning, you know, where you have to fit everything together. So I'm gonna put the ceiling in blocks here. Let me grab the texture for it. I want it to match probably this texture. Maybe this one. Probably this one. There we go. Does that line up? Not 100%. Maybe I should have a recessed ceiling. I think those look better. Wasn't planning on it, but I could do that. Let me see. Yeah, probably a recessed ceiling would look better. Like, over in this room we have this texture that kind of comes up. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. Or, the nice thing about it this way is that there's going to be this alcove in here that'll kind of draw your attention up. I'll keep going with it that way for now, I think. Are you making maps outside of streams? Not as much as I should be, honestly. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this entire project on stream. It's way too much. So I'll do a little bit here and there, but lately I've been so distracted with other stuff that I just haven't really made any progress on this. You know, like with the computer and everything. But I do hope to make more progress outside of streams. Let me grab that texture again. This texture. This is a nice texture. We like that texture. Where did I... Okay, here it is. Ooh, there's seems to be a gap there. It's no good. Does this one look to be 1 unit off from this? What the? Oh, maybe there's a gap vertically. Yeah, there is. Perfect. That looks better, I think. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff I need to do in this room yet, as far as detailing goes. I think this should have like a dropout floor, kind of like that room in Chapter 4. I'm going to need to add some more like equipment and desks and stuff, and probably a way for the player to enter on this side and, of course, on this side. That one I'll do. I think what I really want, though, is first just cut a hole here, and let the player enter the space, and then I want to do the logic for how it's going to work. Because I think if we can get... So the goal for the stream was to have the Gonome enter the fight through this side area. I think if we can get that done, that's good enough for this stream. The stream has been going on for about 1 hour and 38 minutes. So yeah, I think if I can finish the logic and wrap that up, then we can end stream probably at the that'd be 2 hour mark, 2.5, however long it takes. We'll see. Put this texture on here. Let me check something a second. Oh.
Do this, we can do this.
I wanted to see who else was streaming on Twitch to see if I can do a raid in half an hour or whenever we get done with that. Let's see. What is this? It's interesting. So I don't think this is actually going to be used for anything. Time flies by. Yeah, absolutely. It does. So I'm gonna cut a door here. How does this door open? Because we know that it's locked when Bad Cop tries the door. You know, if the player comes through here first, they could unlock the door. That would be, whoa, continuity. Because you'll be in there later than Bad Cop was. That'd be kind of cool. So I'll just make it openable. But, oh, and this is one of those doors that has a door handle that shouldn't. I guess that makes it easier for me. This door frame is going to be like weirdly protruding. Like that's not really how door frames work, but Maybe I'll want the door frame to only be on one side of the wall, or I'm not sure yet. This is a very thick wall. Look at that wall. These walls aren't that thick. Maybe I need to thin the wall a little bit. I think I extended it to... Yeah, I extended it to match the textures on the walls a little bit better. But I don't know if that was a good idea. Wall's too thick. How wide should that be? Like... You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the door frame correctly where it doesn't protrude. Yeah. Continuity change. Oh no. This will have implications for the Entropy 02 canon. I always loved this track in Portal 2. Yeah, that's better. The wall is still a little bit too thick, but... So, Ooh. These vents are perfect for lighting. I don't have the ceiling high enough for that, though. That was a mistake. Maybe I could put a vent in here. That'd be a cool way to light the scene. I'm just gonna copy this vent in its entirety. Maybe rotate it? Wait. I think this needs to be extended outwards just a little bit. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, just perfect fit. Oh, except don't worry about it. Okay, I think I'm gonna need a little bit more light than that. Let's try the lighting preview. That's a cool trick. Okay, so it does cast a lot of light right directly here, which is good. I'm actually gonna cheat and I'm gonna put a point light right about here. That's gonna illuminate the rest of the room. But But I do need some more light sources besides that. That looks cool. Okay. So, here we go. Take this light. I want that light color. So I'm gonna put that right about there. And lift it up off the ground a bit. Maybe put it back a ways. Now suddenly lighting preview updated. Suddenly I realize this fake ambient light trick that I learned a long time ago from Run, Think, Shoot, Live, that's not really how Trivy does lighting, so it might make this room look like it's lit inconsistently with the other rooms. So maybe I should not do that, because I do want it to look like this room. I should use some of these lights instead, but yeah, we'll try it. We'll do it my way. We'll see how it looks. If it looks bad, we'll change it. Gonna darken the light color. And then the lighting preview automatically updates. That is so sick. That is so cool. Maybe I need to brighten this a little bit now that the light color is darker. Yeah, so that's just gonna do a bunch of fake bounce lighting. I wonder if that's really necessary, because the real bounce lighting should handle it, but yeah, that's gonna light up the room. Then I think we want maybe like one of those spotlights on the door. Maybe some more office style lighting would be good. Usually there's no office lights in like more industrial rooms like this one, but you know, it could be. Could do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move the light a lot closer to the light source. Oh, the lighting preview update. The lighting preview is so cool. Whoa. Whoa, real-time lighting. Is this slightly rotated? No, it's not. Achieved with source. Yeah, exactly. I want this to be maybe... Now, I do realize that in-game it's going to look a lot brighter than it looks in Hammer. So I don't know how this is going to pan out, but I want it to be pointed pretty much directly at the door. This might need to be dimmed a little bit. Like, this doesn't need to be super bright. They're not trying to blind anybody. Where's, like, the alpha or whatever? Hello, Apterus420. Making lighting in Unreal is mind-blowing after Hammer. Yeah, I imagine it would be. I haven't really done too much with Unreal. I did, like, just a small Unreal project for a college project, but didn't really get into lighting because that wasn't what we were focusing on. I want to learn more about modern engines. I'm just barely getting into Unity right now for VR chat stuff, and I want to learn more. I don't know. Yeah, this light should be a bit brighter. Yeah, so I'm gonna test out this area, see what it looks like. I know it's still completely undetailed, and it doesn't have like it doesn't have the cutaway in the floor. It doesn't have the other levels. It doesn't have the other doors. We're getting somewhere. We're getting started. A leak, really? In this economy? Uh-oh. Is there... Wait, let me turn off this lighting preview. Lighting preview is not good for anything that isn't lighting. So that's a... Wait. Ooh, it's right here. Wait, that seems like that should not be right. Wait. Is this not in the correct spot? Just kind of move these down a little bit. No, that's right. Weird. Wait, is that... Well, yeah, I think I measured something wrong at somewhere, but not too worried about that. I just realized I have texture scaling lock on, and I don't want that. There we go. Another leak. Let's see what this one was. It actually shows you the leak in Hammer++. Ooh, I think I must have deleted a brush I wasn't supposed to. That's okay. We will just, probably just... Probably just extend these guys out. And that won't completely cover it. We'll have to do a couple other things. Picked up Unreal a few weeks ago. Still making level geometry with Trench Broom, though. Trench Broom is like, that's another sort of Hammer style editor, right? Which one is Trench Broom? Is that for Quake? Unreal sucks for that aspect. Yeah, okay, Quake. I've never done any other, like, classic FPS mapping, you know, like Quake, Doom, anything like that. I'm interested. This I can probably... let's just extend this over. Went to Trench Broom after Hammer, liked it more. I wish there were more different varieties of tools that worked for Source. Right now we're pretty much stuck with Hammer. I know there's probably going to be more in the future, but I always thought it would be interesting to try like Trench Broom, or what's the other... there's one that's for Gold Source that's really popular. It's called like Jackhammer or something. I always thought that sounded interesting. Wow, there's a lot of leaks here. Portal 2 level editor is the best. Yeah, I've heard that with BMod that the what's it called, the Perpetual Testing Initiative editor is pretty good. I met the creator of BMod, but I've never actually used it for Portal. I've never really used the Perpetual Testing Initiative either, I don't think. Where is this? Where am I looking? Okay, right there. This soundtrack is kind of weird. This is the kind of soundtrack that is perfect in game, but doesn't sound right when you try to listen to it outside of the game. Oops. Yeah, I might skip this part. Wait, let's see. Robot Ghost Story. How far are we in the soundtrack? Wow. Don't quite. Oh, that's a funk detail? No, no. Don't make that a funk detail. That is 100% world brush. We can probably just cover it up because I see why that's a detail. It's like this. There we go. Big soundtrack, yeah, for sure. Mainly worked with the Infra branch. It's a Portal 2 mod. Yeah, I've never actually played Infra. I should play that one for sure. Jack has pretty much replaced the default gold source hammer. It's that good. How does it compare with the source hammer, would you say? Where Postal 2 map thing? Why would that... What are you talking about?
Okay. So now we're going to check out that area in the engine. So if we go up to the observation room, this is where we're going to see Bad Cop and the Gnome and Wilson. I think I still have Bad Cop legs on this map. Yeah, I got to add the legs for the character. Interesting that there's something showing through the floor there. That must be from the floor below. Hey, this looks pretty good. Give item suit. Dump zone. And this is where we're going to access that vent. Maybe the vent could lead, like, around here or something? That would be kind of cool. But I don't know how, because there's, like, a solid, there's, like... Yeah, the vent is basically right here. So, I mean, that doesn't go anywhere. It's a vent to nowhere. Maybe the vent could, like, have, like, a ladder that goes up and around. That would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. And what would happen if I actually walk into the Emancipation Grill? It's going to have most of the logic from Chapter 3, Map 1, so it's probably going to be really... jank. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what? Well, it won't let me walk through there. Not sure what that is. Oh, it's literally a player clip. Okay. So... Interesting. This trigger once... We're gonna say that is actually for the Gnome.
should be fine. So there's not a lot of nodes in here because the GoGnome isn't actually supposed to be in this area. So we'll have to add some AI nodes, and we'll have to add the logic for the GoGnome here. So I'm going to focus on the logic part now, and then detailing will come later. So right now the way it works is there's this point template, which is named weirdly because it's actually copied from a Chapter 1 map. I'll fix that name later. But this is going to spawn in Bad Cop. And Bad Cop is scripted to put Wilson here and then walk through the test chamber, and Wilson will say, hey, I can see you from here. And then he goes over here, and then the GoGnome spawns. I want to change it a little bit so that instead of the GoGnome spawning when Bad Cop hits a trigger, it will spawn when Scar Zero over here is going to teleport the GoGnome in here, and then the GoGnome is just going to run in. I am going to need to make a lot of changes to the logic on the GoGnome because we don't want Scar Zero to, like, for example, try to advance the boss fight or stuff like that. Yeah. Did you make Scar Zero hands? I did. Let me show those a second. So, if we go to, like, this map, and we do SP Cheats 1, Impulse 101. So, yeah, it's actually kind of hard to see, but if you look at the hands there, those are actually not Bad Cop's arms. Those are Scar Zero's arms. Same with SMG, AR2, any weapon. I did all of them. So especially the displacer pistol is the one that we're going to be using. You often can't tell the difference, but if you look, if it catches the light just right, you can tell. Also, his boot is different. Scar Zero drip. Yeah, thank you. So this counter, I'll have to make sure the counter doesn't actually enable until the fight starts. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then does this guy start in sleep state? Does this work? Yeah, should be fine. So I'm going to change this scripted sequence from teleport to run. Oh, it's already run. Wait, where does he spawn then? Okay, so this one I'm going to start to change to run. Run. So right now it comes from this relay, and that relay comes from a trigger, I believe. What is this summon beast from button? That's weird. Oh, that must have to do with the button that we removed from the game. I don't care about that right now. So this is the trigger, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make a counter, I think, that'll count to 2, or I could use a branch as well. Or, you know what I could do is, we'll do this thing. We'll say, enable. And I don't think that 2-second delay is really necessary. So we'll say it will enable it after 0.2. It will trigger it after 0.1. Right?
So if it's disabled, it'll trigger first, then enable. So it'll say in enabled state. Hi, Nix. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I'm working on a level for a Half-Life 2 mod. With Jackhammer, you can also make maps for Quake 1, 2, and the interface is pretty much overhauled. That sounds awesome. I wonder if we'll see Source Engine tools unified with like older engine tools in the future. That'd be really cool. Start this disabled. And then what we're going to do is have that same logic that's on this trigger. Oops, that's a volumetric light. Not this trigger, the other trigger. This map is kind of confusing. That same logic we were looking at a second ago is going to be when the boss is teleported in here. Oops. Uh-oh. This is the first time I'm having Hammer++ freezing up on me. The old Hammer would freeze constantly. So it is this trigger, right? So we want these two outputs. Trigger first, then enable. So if it's disabled, then it won't trigger, but it will enable. So that's basically like a locking mechanism. It's like a counter that counts up to 2. And I could actually maybe base it on the Emancipation Grill. So when the boss walks through this trigger, then it's going to do this. Perfect. Okay, so that logic was a lot simpler to implement than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be there for a little while, but that was very easy. So now we've got to do some node graphing. So we already have nodes in the boss arena, right? But we're going to add nodes to enter the boss arena. I just realized I made a mistake, but we'll get to that in a minute. That logic shouldn't have been on this trigger. It should be on a different trigger that's like in the whole box. Yeah. Do that now. Because we want the Gonum to start running towards the boss arena once it enters the box, not after it goes through the field. So gonna make a trigger there. This a trigger multiple. Because I think the relay will handle only firing once. So we'll let it refire if it wants to. This will be filter boss. NPCs can trigger this. Let's see. Paste those two. And then we want to remove those from here. No, not here. From the other. Oops. Where's that other trigger? Is it? No, it's not this one. There's too many entities in this map. That one. There'll be moments where we can teleport supplies to ourselves during the add-on. That was something that we had in Entropy 02 for a little while, actually, before we removed the displacer pistol. So, well, I mean, I haven't built that for this add-on directly yet. I mean, I think we can, that would be, it wouldn't really be a displacer pistol map without it, you know? Like, it's pretty important to the way the weapon works. So yeah, I hope so. Is this, this is the wrong trigger. I can't find that trigger I was just looking at because this map is just so dense. This is the problem with working with an existing map instead of making a new one. There we go. Move that. Okay, this is perfect.
Now what we need is something to trigger Bad Cop and Wilson to spawn in. So I'm not quite sure how this will work from a player perspective. I think I want it to be like when you first go near the observation room, right? So I'm just going to make a big trigger and let the player, if the player walks anywhere in these rooms, it'll spawn in Bad Cop and Wilson. And that way, hopefully, it'll feel kind of organic. Like the game isn't actually responding to you. It's just sort of like the world is doing its thing. It's much better in comparison to the default Gold Source Hammer and much more stable, not mentioning big quality of life improvements. Using Gold Source Hammer is making your life harder for no reason. Yeah, I can imagine. The Source Hammer is already pretty unwieldy. So using Gold Source Hammer, I can't imagine it would be very nice. We just have to make sure that the origin of this trigger isn't outside the map bounds, or else it'll cause a leak. So I'm gonna make just a big trigger like that. And this trigger will be trigger once. Spawn Bad Cop and Wilson. Player will do that. That template for spawn, and that should handle all the logic, I think. We do need some more nodes for the Gnome. Oh, one thing I wanted to do in this area, there's a lot to do yet, but I really wanted to have like some cameras that show the boss arena so that the player will be able to see it from multiple angles besides just the observation decks, you know? I think being able to see the boss arena would be really cool. This is the Portal 2 track that has the Ratman chants in the background, and it always creeps me out. Okay, the Ratman chanting sounds are kind of stressing me out, so I'm gonna skip to the next one. What is that? The Ghost of Ratman, yeah, the part where he kills you. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the boss and put them up in that hallway, and I think all the logic should be working then. It's actually really simple. Like right here. I can't remember if they need to spawn in or if they start spawned in.
Oh, include objects and instances. That's a cool feature. Ooh, and it shows the target name of every single entity. I love this new entity report in Hammer++. That's really nice. Okay, so I'm looking for point template. It's probably going to be a bunch. Template boss. Yeah, when does this fire? Yeah, this is actually going to need to... Let's see. So we're actually going to delete that. Okay. And then the, I just remembered the counter for the phases of the fight needs to be, that needs to be enabled when the fight starts. Yeah. So when the fight starts, we will... enable that. There we go. I think that's just about everything. So, okay, let's give this a shot. Okay, so I'm going to...
Hey, I can see you in there.
What the? Okay, that wasn't quite right. Let me try something again. So if I start over here, don't know if it's gonna be around there somewhere. Now I'm kind of nervous because there's gonna be a monster there. Yeah, so if I walk over here, Bad Cop and Wilson should spawn into the game. Yeah, there they are. See, there's Bad Cop and Wilson.
Hey, I can see you in there.
Yeah, that's better. I need to give myself a displacer pistol. Cheats one. Give weapon displacer pistol. So I'm going to briefly no target, no clip, make sure that the Bad Cop NPC is going to the right spot. Yeah, so he's going to go there and it's not going to trigger the fight to start. Did I not give myself a suit? Give item suit. Yeah, okay. So he's just there, right? We, the player, would be up here. We can see that Wilson is there, but nothing's happening. So, is it able to follow us, or is it too... It's just forget that we're here. Hey. Oh, I left no target on. That's my bad. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay. So then... Oh. Uh-oh. That wasn't what's supposed to happen. What? Why? Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Also, the music started prematurely because it saw us. The music is supposed to start when he sees Bad Cop. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Something's going wrong here. So if I go to my other map,
Who's there?
it was a wall this whole time. This is why I'm confused though. So like, okay, wait. So,
Searching.
what?
Oh, wait a minute. Chat, I think we have a problem. Well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Didn't think this one through hard enough. New pull request incoming. I was just thinking that Blixabon. You're so right, though. Like, it must be doing a different check when it, No, get out of there. Okay. It must be doing a different check when it, like, initially grabs something than when it sends something, which is bad. Like, that, yeah, you're right. The code is bad. You can grab it but not place. Maybe add a few slight cracks you can shoot through. You are absolutely right. So that's not how it should work, but it would be really lame if I didn't have it working today. So what we're going to do for now, I'll try to figure out what's going on in the code, but for the moment, I'm just going to make like a cutout. It's like a hole in the fence. I really don't want to make code changes for this add-on. Like, that just kind of feels wrong to me, because this is supposed to be a workshop add-on, and, like, shouldn't be changing the game's code for a workshop add-on. On the other hand, like, I don't think other people can use the displacer pistol, like, in this state, because it's clearly not working right. It's interesting that we never found that in development, because we developed puzzles where Bad Cop would use the displacer pistol to pull things from a fence. I don't think we ever had a puzzle where you had to put things through a fence. Also, we were probably using props, not brushes, so that could be a big difference. So that's probably why we never caught that bug. Like, we never tried to test it out with a brush like this. Yeah, that'll work. Let me also move the player position, so, like, instead of starting over here, you can start, like, over, like, maybe start, I don't know, here. And we'll give you a suit. And a displacer pistol for now. Oh, I just realized I should put an ammo crate for the displacer pistol in there. Because you could run out of ammo, and that would be bad. Displacer. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then over here, I want to put like an ammo crate. Maybe like, I don't know, how obvious can we make it? Item ammo crate. Maybe I can use Danskart's ammo crate. That'd be cool. I can never tell if I put that the right way around. I believe I did. Wait a minute. Okay. How do I put an override model on this? Like, does this even support the model key value? Let's try it. Because I think I have Dansgart's texture downloaded into my add-on. Ammo. Yeah, ammo crate air 2, alt 2. Okay, so if I just take this key value, yeah. Does that work? We'll see. Model. That. It's not going to show up in Hammer, but it might show up in game. And anyways, we want it to be ammo type. Or 2 alt fire. Cool. Okay, let's try this. So, chat, here's an idea that I've been thinking about. Want to get your opinions. What if I made the entire... Oh, that's Bad Cop's voice. We're not playing as Bad Cop. What's that? Why would he use Bad Cop's voice? But anyways, the idea is, what if I made this entire add-on one map, basically? Uh-oh. He almost saw me. One map. So it's all like one interconnected space. It'd be a shorter add-on, but... Oh, there's Bad Cop. So we see Bad Cop.
Hey, I can see you in there.
Hey, I can see you in there. But I'm thinking about trying to do more of like a Metroidvania style for it. So now we have... Oops. Can I still get ammo out of it? No, I can't. Uh-oh. Chat, this is so sad. Hey, you get over here. Why does he start glowing when I do that? Oh, why is he attacking me? He's supposed to attack Bad Cop. What the? Uh-oh. So I think I messed up there. Let's run that back again one more time. It might be a scripted sequence issue. Like maybe he just couldn't find a route to the target. Or maybe Bad Cop didn't get to the place where he has to be fast enough. Yeah, so let's make sure that Bad Cop is in the right spot. He's just gonna leisurely walk over there.
Hey,
It's so
I can
cool
see
seeing
you in
Bad
there.
Cop in a third-person perspective like that. Like, I just find this really interesting. You like it this way? What do you mean by that? The error. Yeah, so Bad Cop is gonna walk in there. Okay, now he's in position. So let me put on Developer 4. And we're just gonna kick that door open. Get over here. Oh, I missed him. Get over here. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, that worked. So now we can hear a Bad Cop start to fight him. More than one map. Oh, you like it better as more than one map. So you think it should be more linear, do you think? Like there should be a clearer sequence of like one map and then the other? Or do you just want more space? Can I... Okay, I can't shoot through this, thankfully. Where did the Gonome go? He just gave up. This is so sad. He just... Bad Cop is just chilling. Like, space. Okay. Where is the Gonome? Did I seriously... I don't know if he knows... Okay, so... Oh, I see. So, he's waiting on the fast zombies to get killed. But I think the fast zombies are in the wrong spot. Okay. For some reason, the wrong number of fast zombies spawn. I'm sure it has something to do with Bad Cop being an NPC instead of the player. But yeah, at this point in the Scar Zero story, we could continue on our way. We don't have to watch this. But we can, and should, because it's cool. How come the fires didn't start? That's weird. I wonder if the fires just don't show up through the glass. Oh yeah, they just don't show up through the glass. I might want to break continuity again and put a different glass texture on, just so that it's easier to see. How bad would that be? He hasn't killed the Gonome yet. I think he triggered it to spawn fast zombies. I suppose that door is open too. Wait, maybe he did. Did he kill? Did he kill it? No, he didn't kill it. Yeah, it's just like waiting. Yeah, I'm just here. I'll help you. Yeah, I still have Bad Cop's voice because I haven't switched the voiceover in this map yet. Gonome should be coming back. This is about the most disappointing boss fight I've ever seen. Bad Cop is just standing in the fire. Gonome is wandering around. Whoa, he can jump. I think this is the last life that the Gonome has. Nope, I'm wrong. They're just chilling. Yeah, I wasn't having this many issues with it before. It's interesting. Where'd the fast zone? Okay, there we go. Kick him. There we go. I should no target myself before they start attacking me. Kicked him into the fire. What is he shooting at? Oh, okay, over there. Ah, there's a lot of rounds in this. There's no way I can have another one. I wonder if I messed something up. Yeah, because it doesn't seem like it's, what's the counter at? Let's see. Interesting. There's supposed to be a counter and when it hits maximum, it dies. Uh-oh. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the counter is working. It just keeps going. These will just go indefinitely. I wonder... I mean, we don't have to watch the entire boss fight play out in third person. I just think it's kind of cool. Hopefully that wasn't getting too repetitive. Yeah, it's supposed to be 4 times. That was clearly more than 4. So it starts disabled. Okay, this clearly wasn't enabled. Yeah. So it's supposed to enable when this gets called. Doesn't seem like it did. Weird. I don't understand how that couldn't be enabled, because there's this untrigger enable here. Sorry if there's some background noise. Yeah, it definitely fired. What if there's something with a counter where if you disable it and re-enable it, that it's doesn't work anymore? Very suspicious. Oh yeah, it says that it was never enabled. So if I do like fire counter gun on stage, enable. Enabled. Oh yeah, it will need to be 4 more times. Just add 1. And then when he shoots the gun, it'll die. Yeah.
Did it? Man, I can't believe you killed that thing.
That was really something, wasn't it?
Come and get me so we can get out of here.
So he's waiting to fight the zombies, and then he's gonna go get Wilson. And then he'll leave. Yeah, from the player's perspective, though, we'll be up here doing our own thing, going back wherever we need to go. My thought was that this is how you get rid of the Gnome, and then there will be some kind of a puzzle that's gated on the Gnome not being around. Like maybe you have to scan the Arbite core on a long scanner, and every time you scan him, it'll raise an alarm, and the Gnome will come and kill you. So you need to eliminate the Gnome first, and this is how you do it. I think this turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. I know the mapping side of things might be a little bit underwhelming because we basically only added 1 box room. There wasn't a lot of mapping going on, but we're trying to fit this into an existing story, so I think it makes sense that there's a lot of decisions to be made just in terms of like how to place this. Pretty happy with progress for the stream. So it's been, I think, what is that, like 2 hours and 25 minutes? Maybe Bad Cop should move to another area after some time. There was a reason why I wanted him to stay in the main area, and I think that's a good point, and I could try to get him to go like to this area or this area over here. I had him stay in this area just because that's the area that the player is going to have the most access to. Maybe if I add another observation room over here, then, you know, having him move between the two would be cool. So if the player wants to watch, they can go over to this observation room. There is a continuity problem, though, where I think the observation room in the original map is like way back here where it would clip. But if I like added an observation room, maybe like you go through a little hallway and go here, that could be cool. That could be neat. I like that idea. I have absolutely shattered the continuity of this chapter. Speaking of which, I'm going to replace the glass texture of this window to look like that. So that way you don't have to see through the translucency effect. Maybe I'll enable this here as well. No, because then the player could, yeah, you could cheese that. I really don't understand why that wasn't working before. Maybe on end sequence, enable. You think it'd be better if you tried to maintain continuity? No, because like, okay, so like when I talk about continuity, like look at this window, right? Where'd it go? Over here, this window. You can't see through that window. And like when you can't see through that window in EZ2, it's not a big deal because the only point of this window is to give you an idea of where you might be going, right? It's not important to see through this window. It's important to see that there's like a test chamber in there. So you look through and you see, oh, there's a test chamber. But it's not important to see the details through that window. But now in this story, it is important to see the details through that window. So it's like, I could try to keep continuity and say like, yeah, this window is canonically shaped like this, so you can't like see through it clearly. But that's just doesn't add anything, you know? It's like, like making it clearer to see through. Are people really going to remember that it was translucent the first time? Oh, the observation room idea. Yeah, actually, I get what you're saying, because that's a little bit more, messes with your head a little bit more, because it's like you can actually go to the other angle and see that the observation room is not here. It's actually like here, you know, like, and that is kind of confusing to look at. So I get what you're saying. Totally. It's all like to varying degrees, you know. Like what I hope for from this add-on is that it'll give the impression of a connected story, but I realize that in order to make it a good map, I'll probably have to make a lot of concessions as far as like things being changed from the way they were in EZ2. Can you make him circle the area and he'll be coming back to that spot? Yeah, but at the moment, that is why I mentioned adding cameras, right? At the moment, if you have him circle over here or circle over here, the player just can't see him. So there wouldn't be much point of that. But once I add cameras, maybe I can have a camera in here and a camera in here, and then having him move between the different areas would be more cool.
Not the first time I've run prototype.
Yeah, they will hear it. It's true. I think this looks a lot better. Yeah, that looks so much better already.
Hey, I can see you in
As long as I don't accidentally let myself shoot through the window with the displacer pistol, that would be bad. Yeah, it's true that it will just be in the background, because you will really be like solving puzzles around here and stuff like that.
Watch out.
Oh, yeah, like I could hear the revolver. It sounded like it was right next to me because it was from one floor below where I was. I think Bad Cop is trying to go back to the area where I can see him right now. Maybe not. Where's Bad Cop? Oh, I guess he's not. I thought he was supposed to head back to this area. That didn't work. Now he's getting a health kit. Yeah, I think the scripting broke that was supposed to lead him back over here. So now he's over there. If there was like either an observation room over here, which like we said would break continuity, or if there was like cameras around, that'd be really cool. We can't see him right now. Oh yeah, yeah, it's absolutely lacking in detail. I didn't do any detailing because I was mostly just concerned with like, what is the room gonna look like? How are we gonna get the gonome in there? The answer is the Emancipation Grill, right? But I need to add like, oh, Bad Cop died. Uh-oh. I put it in there where I gave Bad Cop just an insane amount of health, and if he dies, it'll actually reset your game. I should make him invincible, because no one wants to have your game fail because of a cutscene. I just thought that was funny, because I expected that he would have so much health that he would never he'd never run out of health. Let me go ahead and bump that up to like 5,000. We'll see. Yeah, I should just make him invincible. But I do think it's funny that he can die, so if something like bugs out, then he can die. Let's do a little bit of detailing, and then I'll wrap up stream in maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Absolutely, I want some computers. Similar to this room. Ooh, this light is really cool. Can I steal that? It wouldn't look good with a lower ceiling, actually. Never mind. But yeah, I want... Let's see. Do I want this more like industrial-looking table, or do I want the more aperture-styles table? Probably I want this kind of table. Yeah, I think... Yeah. So we'll probably have like the monitors up here. In fact, maybe I could reuse the, I know I reuse a lot of stuff, but hear me out. Okay, so I'm going to take this, put that maybe like here-ish. Yeah. Then I'm going to go, where do I have a good example of this? Probably this map. Right here. This Arbite like 3 screen thing. Yeah, I'm going to use that for my cameras. I think Breadman made these big monitors for the Clone Cop scene in Chapter 5, and then I stole them a bunch. I just think it's a really cool asset. Yeah, so move this over a little bit. Oh, that's gonna... Does that clip? That clips a little bit. I can cheat. Yeah. There we go. Let's do a lighting preview. Chair is pointed at the Emancipation Grill. I like that idea. Let's do it. So, do we have like a... I think from an add-on I have Portal 1 style chairs. But actually it might be better to use these more Half-Life 2 kind of props. Like a stool. I'm going to turn lighting preview back off. And these like swivel chairs. Maybe these chairs? I think the swivel chairs would be better. I can find a good example of one. I'm sure that we have them around. What kind of chair did I use in my other map? I'll just use the, yeah. chair. Oops, why am I? Okay, chair. This is what I'm looking for. Maybe this, but probably this. And I love that the physics tool lets you just like boop. I was just doing that for fun, but actually I kind of like that. Actually, I might keep that. Never mind. That's cool. And the physics tool combined with start asleep is wonderful because you can have them start asleep, but you can basically have the physics engine throw them around like that. This one, I'm going to change the angles. Yeah, reset it. Why is... There we go. Maybe that. There should be like maybe like a desk where you can take notes. Maybe with some clipboards or something. That'd be cool. No, I know I'm gonna see if I need fancy monitors. Yeah, exactly. I'll use this kind of desk for notes. Yeah, so oh, you know what I'm gonna add is a decal for some papers that got dropped on the floor. That's a neat trick. Just a decal. We need some clipboards and some binders. And I'm going to use the physics simulation tool. Clipboard. Maybe 2 clipboards. And like some binders stacked up. And I'm just going to physics simulate all of these. Clipboards are backwards. That's silly. This one goes here. These go up a little bit. Just gonna whoop, even this one, and then just perfect. I love that. So cool. The physics simulation tool is the best thing about Hammer++. Like, that was really the motivation. Because, like, look at that. Like, I could not stack these like that. I mean, I guess they're not actually touching, but still, it looks really convincing. Maybe I need some more paper trash over here. I can, yeah. Oh, that could probably just be a decal. You know what? I'm gonna put a trash can right here. Amine plus plus. Exactly. Oh, you know what I can do is, how about I just like... I'm just using the physics simulation tool all over. What if I want... Okay. I'm just gonna... Oh, it righted itself. That's interesting. I wanted to tip it over. Like, yeah, I can just rotate it 90 degrees, but this is so much more fun. Oh, I guess it's stable. Okay, I'm not even going to put it on its side then. Okay, yeah. This looks a little bit better. So why isn't this working? So, oh, it's because I made a typo. That's silly. Ridiculous. So we're just going to try this one more time, and then I will probably end stream after that. If I ever go back to mapping, I'm for sure using Hammer++. Because it was stuck in the ground, it popped back up. I think you're right. And thanks for joining, by the way. It's good to see you here. We're just working on a custom map for the mod Entropy 02 for the workshop. Hope you enjoy the stream. We're going to wrap up pretty soon, but it's good to see new people in the chat. I missed some YouTube messages. Flix says you can drag objects while simulating physics. No way. Wait. Okay, just to try that out. I don't need to do that right now, but I just want to try it out. So I'm just going to take this here. I'm going to hit physics simulation, and then what the? No way. That's the coolest. Okay, I'm sorry. I wish I would have gone to Hammer++ sooner. I feel very silly right now. I was kind of a curmudgeon about it, and I'm just so happy with this physics simulation tool. You can just do that? I know, right? Like, that kind of blew my mind. I had no idea they had that in there. I would have used that so much in so many of my maps. Like, that completely changes everything. We don't need anything else when we have physics simulation. Thanks for the follow, Lamaz. Hope I said that right. My alerts aren't working. That makes me kind of upset. Sorry. There's supposed to be like a badoo, yay. But yeah, setup broken. It's all right.
Not the first time I've run prototype library. I'm taking this with me.
Maybe it just takes a minute. Maybe the alert will fire in a minute. I bet.
Hey,
Oh, I
can
bet
see you in there.
Stream Elements isn't connecting right. So this area is not going to be very good for a chase scene. That's going to be a problem, I think. So yeah, these are the monitors where we can put those different screens of Bad Cop. Ooh, I kind of want to do that right now. Here's the new ammo crates that I'm going to use all over the place.
Watch out.
Oh, that's a problem. Maybe I can... Okay, if I'm feeling really fancy, I can use a projected texture light, but probably I can just put a block light brush there. The fast zombies are kind of shy. That's a problem. Maybe they can see... Maybe they're informed of the player's position, but not of the bad cop NPCs. They should have an enemy finder, though. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of awkward. Maybe, so... I wonder if they can see me. That's part of the problem. No, they can't. Okay. Well, I won't. You kind of want to see if it works. Okay, so we get rid of that guy. Then will it work from there? Oops. Fell through the window. Yeah, so the idea of this map is that you're going to be playing as a soldier who is trapped in the Arbite 1 basement during Chapter 3 of EZ2. So if you play, when you play Entropy 02, if you play Chapter 2 and you rescue the soldier who was caught by the rebels and add him to your squad, that's going to be the character that you play as. He got taken by the Gonome, but he survived, basically. So now you're playing as him, and you're going to get the portal pistol that was cut from Entropy 02. That's this gun. Gonome is on fire. Love it when that happens. Oh, you never found him? Maybe it's a good time for a replay. This kind of answers some questions about that soldier, because he sort of gets killed by the Gonome, but you see him later on in the game. So it's not really a continuity error, because we always had the idea that he survived, but this is going to fill in the gaps and explain what happened to him after he was taken. Is the Gonome dead yet? No, it's not. I think they got stuck. Okay, it's dead.
Did it? Man, I can't believe he killed that thing. Come and get me so we can get out of here.
Why are those spark particles flying everywhere like that? It's kind of weird. Anyways, so I think that's all she wrote for today. I know we didn't make a lot of progress, but we did accomplish the goal of having the Gonome boss fight be initiated by the player. So I think that is pretty good. I hope it was fun to watch. I know it's been a lot of me trying to make decisions about the add-on. But hopefully there was something useful to be gained from that. Let me see, for those watching on Twitch, if I can do a raid. Now if I go to Twitch, it's going to try to play a lot of sound. There we go. Streaming. I think for today, I'm just going to end stream. But thanks so much for joining. I added a link to my Discord on my Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to join if you want to see updates. It's a little bit slow right now because I just started the server, but feel free to hop in if you want to know when I'm streaming. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thanks, Nix. You too. Be safe. I didn't know you were still watching. Good stream. Thanks, Mozzarella. Amazing stream as always. Thanks, Concordia Willows. Glad to have you guys here. But I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. See ya.